Oh my goodness.
Why did you say, oh my goodness? Mama, I scored a touchdown. Where's my go-go girls? Hey, yo, it's that smack 'em in the face, Wayne6578, bringing you guys another great Madden 20 video. And today we have a great passing heavy scheme for you in Madden 20. This passing scheme will win you more games and you will have no trouble moving the ball. It's a great passing offense that will give you confidence in passing the ball. We have 5 great passing plays and 4 good running plays. We have 3 playbooks that we will be utilizing to make up this scheme. We will be in the Raiders, the Ravens, and the Cardinals playbook. Now, in the Raiders, we're going to be having the jet touch pass play, which is a really great play. We're also going to be having the wide receiver under, and the inside zone run. It's right there. In the Baltimore Ravens playbook, we'll have the halfback seam, wide sail, which is a great play. This is the play you're going to come out with when you start your scheme. RPO zone peak, halfback counter, and the 45 quick base. 45 quick base. And then in the Cardinals, you just have one play, and it is the halfback shallow cross. So again, the plays are jet touch pass, wide receiver under, inside zone, halfback seam, wide sail, RPO zone peak, halfback counter, 45 quick base, and then the halfback shallow. And these plays can all be found in the Oakland Raiders, Ravens, and Cardinals. In the description below, I'll show you where each play is in each playbook. And the formation is the gun spread wide flex. Let's get into the first play. It will be the wide sail. Let's break it down, guys. Now, this is the first play, wide sail, man. Really, really great play. It's going to be the base of this new scheme. This new scheme is so amazing that I guarantee you will not have trouble running the ball. If they blitz you, you will not have trouble getting the ball off if they blitz you. And it's just, you'll pick up so many yards. Really, really easy, man. We're going to break down the left side first. That right side is pretty OP. Now we're going to break down the left side first, man. Our first read is going to be triangle and then square. Now, it takes a while for that route to develop, that triangle is on, so you have to be careful. If they're blitzing you, you can block the running back because we're going to the left. So I'll just do that every time. But look at triangle. Triangle against man defense. He's always going to beat his man. Always going to beat his man. And if you know they're in man defense, you can do even better because you know when to get that ball off. Look at that. Just have a good receiver there. He doesn't need to be great. He doesn't need to be fast. But I'll show you. We have something for you. And if you want to put a fast receiver there and ball, and if he's not open, that square receiver is going to be open most of the time. That square route gets open to, this is a blitz block. Okay, we can just always go to that. It's like you have to use all of, okay, Miller. You have to use all of these routes on this field. Everyone except for that circle route. But you have to use every one of these routes. That's what makes this play so great, guys. So great. Look at that linebacker. Playing these linebackers, man. Linebackers don't jump now. It's just so good. This is another blitz. Right there. That was a horrible pass. Horrible pass. Horrible pass. This is a blitz game. Let's calm down now. And you're just going to be reading triangle and then square. So we'll run this one more time. This is the left side. If he's covered, believe me, that square will be open. Triangle and then square. Triangle is open. We can hit square, guys. Just like that. You have to use these routes. Let's go to the right side. Now on the right side, it's just your reads are going to be R1, X, and then square. Sometimes you can hit circle. You just got to see what type of defense they're playing. But most of the time, this X is going to kill. If it's man, X is going to kill. If you're being blitzed, you can go to X. You also can go to R1. R1, that little table route, he gets open most of the time too. Okay? You just can't overthrow it like I am with Mitch. But R1, X, and square, guys. R1, make a move on somebody, pick up about 6-7 yards, sometimes 10. R1 and then X and then square. This is a blitz. Look at X. Against the blitz, you can always hit X unless they're using it. They have to use these routes. Makes it so good about these. Look at X. Just beat his man, demolish his man. If you use like a Kittle or Jimmy Graham, a real good tight end, Gronkowski, any of those guys, you'll do real good with this play. Okay, that was an opportunity. You possibly could have hit circle, but I'm usually just reading R1 and we can hit square. Everything else was covered, and it's just a really good play. R1, X, and then square on the right side. Okay, and look at that R. Look at that R. Why am I overthrowing Cohen? It's not that hard. Cohen is like 6 feet tall at least. So Really good reads. Now I'm going to show you guys something else I like to do. I like to motion this guy and read the same thing like I did before. Okay? Either if I'm going to the left, I do the same thing. Triangle and then square. Triangle and then square. But I'll show you why we motion this guy. It's real good. This is on the left side. Just motion him. Triangle. Triangle is open. And we can still do the same thing. But I'll show you when I break down the next play why this is so important. And you can do this if you want, but I'm telling you, it makes the scheme so much better. And you can do the same thing on the right side. Read R1, X, and square. R1, X, I didn't get it off. X was wide open. That was a blitz. The same thing on the right side, guys. Here's a blitz again. Let's hit that X. Hit that X and that blitz. You have to use these. You have to use these. So notice I am motioning that guy. Now I'll show you the next play. After this, one more time, we're gonna break down the right side. R1, X. X is gonna be this man. Now that's the right side. We broke it down. Let's go into the next play. Now this is the next play. Jet touch pass. With the motioning of that guy that you've been doing, and you can run the ball, you can pass the ball, do everything with that motion, just like we did. Now, with the jet touch pass, they think we're going to be passing, but we're running the ball. We're running the ball, and we're beasting on these guys. This is the next play in the scheme, guys. I have a lot more for you. Really, really good plays. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, guys. I'm telling you. You do this with your Tyreek Hills, your Locketts, your Hollywood Browns, with that other play, that YSL, man, I'm telling you, every once in a while, you've been running the ball like this, you will fool them, guys. Believe me, in the gameplay, I do. And it's pretty good blocking on this too. Pretty good blocking. You don't have to motion them if you don't want to, but I like motioning them right there. They had a all-out blitz. But most of the time, you're going to get like 15 yards on this. As long as they pick up blocks for you. Look at this. And you put your fastest receiver there, guys. Put your fastest receiver there. Mama scored a touchdown. Where's my go-go girls? We're going to run this one more time, and then we'll go into the next play. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Mama scored another touchdown. Where's my go-go girls? Motion that receiver in that YSL. Hit him with that. Make him quick, guys. Let's go to the next play. The next play is the wide receiver under. Really decent play. A lot of routes on this one you have to use her, especially the square and the X route. But we'll break it down on the left side first. On the left side, we're just going to be reading square and triangle. Okay? Square is going to be open right up there in that pocket. And sometimes you can pass that a little bit quicker. And if he's not open, you can hit triangle going to the left, guys. Right here, it's a man defense. We can hit square. Make sure you have your best route runner over there. Make sure you definitely have your best route runner in that square position so he can get off of that press and get open. If you don't, he might get clamped up. So this is a blitz. We can hit square. We can wait and hit square. But usually if square is open, we can hit triangle. Triangle takes a long time to develop, but usually he's open, like right there. Okay, now overthrow him. But as you see, he's wide open. And if you hit that triangle route right, you can take that for a touchdown, like right here. We can almost take that for a touchdown, depending on what type of defense they're calling. But it's just on the left, square, and then triangle. Pretty good, decent on the left side. You're killing them, destroying them, guys. They have to use her that. They have to use her that. Right there. That's the blitz. You can hit the square. Try to get funky. Now let's go to the right side. So on the right side, our reads are just going to be R, X, and square or circle. Now, most of the time when R takes off, they're not blitzing you, so you're going to pick up a lot of yards. Okay? Unless they're doing some type of funny coverage, R is going to be open most of the time. If he's not, you have X. Now X does a funny little in route and then up and then another post route. Like you just have to be careful. You have to watch. If they're using that, you don't want to throw that. Okay. You don't want to throw that if they're using that X route. But if they're not using it, believe me, they will start, because that X route does a lot of damage. See, against the blitz, that X route is going to be wide open, guys. Unless they're jumping on it, that's the first read. That's actually not your first read. This is your first read. Get it past you. Get past you. But R1, X, square, or circle. R1 and you're too far back. And you just gotta make a move on one person if you hit that R route. Look at that X route, guys. Look at that X route. R, X, square. Square or circle. And I'll show you. We can hit circle. R is wide open, but we can hit circle right here. Come on! Usually I'll have my fastest receiver back right there, but we're still coming off that jet touch pass. Just like I said, you can hit square or circle. R1 wide open. Some blocks, man. You couldn't, Patterson, you couldn't block. R1, X, and then circle or square. R1 wide open, but let's hit circle. Let's hit circle and take this to the house. Mama scored a touchdown. Where's my go-go girls? Like I said, guys, it is a really nice scheme. Really nice scheme, man. These guys, it's so many routes. I've never had a formation that has so many plays with so many routes where you have to use her, guys. You have to use her these routes. And if you just can make reads real quick and you're patient, you will destroy these guys. Against the blitz, like I told you, man, look at this. Let's square that X against that blitz, guys. We'll run this one more time and then we'll go on to the next play. I'm telling you, so hard to guard. Now for the red zone. I like to streak that triangle receiver, and I like to run this like 20 to 15 yards out from the actual goal line. And my research is going to be square and then X. I do have R1 that if everything breaks down, I always have R1. But I'll show you that square gets open, especially if it's man. Square will get open pretty quickly. If it's not man, it's some type of zone, square will be open to the right. You just have to have time, okay? Right here, square again. And every once in a while when square is covered, X will be open too. You just gotta be careful of that. Try to get that to R1. They were sending a blitz. And just right there, I mean, you're going to be picking up a lot of yards, and every once in a while, you'll take this for a touchdown. I score a lot of touchdowns like with this. Look at X. Look at X. Like I said, when that square route is covered, you just got to be careful and look for that. Right here, square. I didn't get it off. Come on. and almost got into the end zone. It's a really great play, especially in the red zone. We'll call it one more time, and then I'll show you that. Oh, nice blitz. We'll call this one more time. And I'll show you that we can actually motion that guy. Now, when we motion this guy, we leave him on his regular route. Still do our same read, square, X, and R1 if everything is covered. But you also have to think about, with that motion, just like when we did it before, we have some really late developing routes if we have time, like triangle and circle too. So keep that in mind when you motion that guy. And when you motion, do not streak him. Leave him on his regular route. Right there, nice blitz. Oh, I was still up. But leave him on his regular route, and you'll score a lot of touchdowns, guys. Especially, this is a blitz. X. Okay, I overthrew you, but X was wide open. But utilize this, man. Score a lot of touchdowns. Like I showed you, that X route is pretty glitchy. Especially in that red zone. We'll run this a few more times, man. Hopefully I can hit circle for you guys. Almost beasting on you. Trying to beast on you, bro. There we go. But again, utilize this in the red zone, guys. Let's go to the next play. Now this is the next play, halfback seam. Your progressive reads are triangle, X, and R1. Okay. Now against the blitz, you can hit that triangle route, but be careful of the users. Okay. Triangle, X, and R1, guys. And you just gotta be careful. Pass lead down. You're gonna be open in between these zones. And if that's not open, like right there, that's a man, we can hit this X route. We hit that X route and we pick up yards. If the X route is covered, all we do is we just hit that R1 route. And I'll show you right here. The R1 route. Wide open, guys. Wide open. You just gotta make your reads. Triangle, X, and R1. And then I'll show you that we actually motion this guy. Okay? With the other plays, the scheme will be nasty, guys. You will pick up a lot of yards. Just be patient. Look at this. You can hit this right here in this little pocket. Just read and do your progressive reads. Really simple, guys. And you'll know what's going to be open. After you play it a few times, after you practice the scheme a few times, you'll know what's going to be open, guys. You'll know what's going to be open after a few times of running this play. You'll know, guys. And you'll just be killing them, picking up a lot of yards, destroying them. You have so many passing plays, so many passing options. Now we're going to motion this guy. I'm going to show you your reads are going to be triangle, R1, or circle when you motion. Make sure you hike it to get that ball off right. But you're just going to read triangle, R1, and circle with this motion, guys. You still do have X if they're blitzing you. Triangle, pass lead to the inside. Hopefully we can get that. And we did, beast. And then I'll show you, if triangle looks like it's covered, we'll go to R1. Now against the blitz, it looks like they're going to be blitzing right here. We just hit X. We hit X. If they're covering X, take the blitz, audible to a run. Okay? If they're covering X, this is another blitz. Sometimes you can hit triangle in a blitz, depending on what type of pass coverage they have, like right there. But that R1 route is going to be open most of the time if triangle is covered. Okay? Let's see what they're doing. They're just giving us triangle. Look at R1. Look at R1, guys. Look at R1. and you're just killing these guys. Sometimes if R1 is covered, you can hit that circle receiver. With this motioning, this play on the right side becomes unstoppable. R1. Now, that time we actually could have went to that circle receiver. You just got to pay attention to that. You want to see if that cornerback is playing to the inside and down below. Right there, he's playing to the outside. You can try to hit R1. I didn't get it off, but we had R1. Really, really simple, great play. Okay. R1. Ooh, come on, Cohen. Translate that to the inside. And you want to have a good route runner here, a decent route runner. Decent hands, because you will be making some spectacular catches, and you might need, you know, a good receiver here. That linebacker is not going to keep up with that running back right there. So it's a lot of options, guys. Against the blitz, we're just going to go ahead and look for triangle and then hit X as our safety. It's triangle. No, let's hit X. And get some. And it's a really decent play, especially with that motion. We'll run a few more times. I'll show you that R1 route can be deadly. And you sometimes can hit that circle. Look at that circle receiver. And we're playing off. You got to pay attention to things like that. You got to look for stuff like that. Certain defenses, you should do certain things. Just like that, guys. Simple as that. We'll do it one more time. Let's hit this R1 receiver for you one time. And you want to practice hiking that ball so he can go into motion, just like that. Okay, X, come on. I mean triangle, sorry. And he dropped it. But one more time, and let's hit R1, and then let's move on to the next play. Linebackers on R1. Bam, just like that, guys. Come on. This is the last and final passing play. It's an RPO play. It's called RPO Zone Weak. Really good play. You're going to look for the peaker, okay? If the peaker plays the run, you're going to pass. If the peaker doesn't play the run and plays the pass, you're going to run the ball. But I'll show you something about this play that's really good. Is when it's in favor of you to run the ball, you're always going to run the ball, okay? Always run the ball when it's in your favor. When that head count is favorable on that left side where that ball is going, mostly all the runs in this formation go to the left. Right here again, it's favorable to run the ball, so we'll just run the ball and pick up yards, and we might just do something here. But whenever you can run that ball, run the ball, guys. Right here again, we can run the ball. Let's hand it off and let's pick up some yards. Now I'll show you once it gets to the point where you cannot run the ball. Right now they're just giving us all these chances to run the ball. And then we'll just make the read right here. We cannot run the ball, finally. Okay, now we'll pay attention to that peaker, okay? He played the run. Let's hit X, guys. Let's hit R1, sorry. Let's hit R1. And you need to pass that really quickly, okay? I'll show you. I'll break it down real simple. A lot of people, this is really hard for them to do. You got to get into practice mode and practice this. Okay, you see that linebacker? Our peaker right here. He's playing the run. He's going to leave that zone open for that tight end. And it's a really quick pass. You can pass it that inside if you want. But you see that linebacker? He played the run. He stepped forward. So therefore we can hit our tight end right there. Right there, guys. And I use this in the red zone a lot to score a lot of touchdowns, guys. Right here. When you do not have a peaker, okay, and it's not favorable to run it to the left, or if you flip this play, run it to the right, we're always going to pass lead down the circle. We just got to watch out and see if that linebacker is not there. And you can pass lead down the circle when there is no P. We did not have a peaker on the field. We have a peaker on the field, but it's favorable to run. They looks like they're blitzing, but we're just going to run, hand the ball off, and pick up yards, guys. Pick up yards. Really, really simple play. Effective as long as you read it the right way. We can run it to the left. Let's hand it off. Let's pick up yards, guys. With these plays, if you cannot move the ball, if you don't score a lot of touchdowns, I don't know what's going on, but you really should. And I'll show you how I run this play in the end zone after we run it one time. No peeker. We just pay attention. See if there's no one near. Right here. Let's throw the ball away. Throw the ball away if you do not get that pass off, okay? Because if you do throw that ball, 9 times out of 10, if you don't make that read within 1 or 2 seconds, you'll have linemen down the field. Okay? Look at our line of scrimmage. 5 yards down the field. Look at this. Look at 68. Look at 68. 68. By the time I was ready to pass, look at that. He's right there. Over 5 yards. Over 5 yards down the field. He's illegal. I could have probably passed that to the tight end, but 68, I would have got penalized and I would have lost yards. And look at 72. 72 is down the field too. Just throw the ball away, guys, and don't get penalized for illegal man downfield. Right here, it looks like we can run. Let's go ahead and run that ball. And let's make a move. Let's make a move. Make a move! Okay? I'll show you how to run this in the end zone one more time. Just giving us all these favorable runs, man. And you won't break this one out. You won't do all this great stuff with the runs in here, but this is really a passing scheme. Okay? This is really a passing scheme. Now, this is how I run this play in the red zone, okay? I still do the same thing. I see if it's favorable to run. If it's not, usually I can always pass it to the R1 receiver. It's just a pass lead down, quick pass. No one is usually playing that. If they're playing that, like right here, we're just going to run it and we're going to score a touchdown real quick. But it's a really great play for utilizing the red zone. And most of the time, you will catch these guys off guard. Right here, we can run it again. Let's run it. Hopefully, Martinez doesn't become a beast. But most of the time, they will be playing that. And right there, throw that ball out of bounds. Do not throw that ball. You're going to have too many people downfield. Right there, we scored a touchdown. It's a really great play. Depends on how they're lined up. The peeker right there is too far away. Quick pass lead down to that tight end, and you'll catch that ball, guys. When that peeker is all the way on the left or not in the middle, right here we have no peeker, but it's favorable to run. Let's run that ball and almost get into the end zone. But again, when you have no peeker again, right here it's favorable to run. Let's run it. Almost. And for some reason, we're not getting into the end zone. I don't know what's going on. No peeker. Again, be careful. Pass lead down to that circle receiver. Pass lead down, bullet pass to that circle receiver when you're in that type of situation. Just like that, guys. That's how I run it in the end zone, in the red zone, especially on the 1 or 3 yard line. Just like that. This is the next passing play. 8 shallow cross. Really decent play. Simple reads, guys. You're just going to be reading R1 triangle and X. R1 triangle and X, guys. And it's a really nice play just to throw into the scheme. And I'll show you that when we motion this play, it gets really nice, okay? Just gotta be careful when you go to that X receiver. That is in user territory, so you might have a linebacker lurking around out there or a safety, so just be careful. And right now they're giving us X so much, and I'm overthrowing Mitch. He overthrows like 70% of his passes, at least when I'm using them. But R1, triangle, and X. And your triangle is also there if they're blitzing you. Like right here. I didn't get it off. But triangle is going to be your bailout if they're blitzing you. Right here they're blitzing again. We can hit that triangle receiver. Make a move on you. Oh, come on. But I'll show you that when we motion this guy, it gets really, really glitchy, guys. it gets really, really glitchy. Now we're going to motion this guy, and we can sometimes create a little makeshift screen if our running back is a good blocking running back, okay? Just like that, guys. Just like that. And then you really be destroying them. They won't know what to do, man. You got so many plays, so many options. Scheme is really nice. Really nice. Can you block? Can you block? Look at that. Like I said, you put your fastest receiver there, it's going to be really nice. Really, really nice. And you have to look if R1 is open too. R1 can still be open too. Get it out there and make a move. But I really like motioning that guy and hitting that triangle receiver. You'll pick up a lot of yards. Make a move on 1 or 2 people. And look at this. Look at this. He will block. He will block for you. Look at that, guys. Look at that. They have to guard that. And if you're motioning a lot, they will be guarding that. If they're guarding that, hit that X. We'll see right now. Say for instance they're guarding that triangle receiver. We can hit X. We can hit X. If they're guarding X, we can hit triangle. If they're guarding triangle, we can hit R1. So many things are open. Right here they're pressed, so we're gonna look for square. We can motion. Look for square. They're pressed. Okay, not open. Let's hit X. Let's hit X. Let's hit X. Really great play. Really great scheme, guys. Let's break down the runs real quick for you guys. Hit you with this makeshift. Hit you with this. Hit you with this. Alright, they were covering all that. They were covering all of that. These are the 3 running plays we'll go over. The inside zone, the 45 quick base, and the counter. Now, with most of these plays, you just want to get it to the outside most of the time, guys. Get it to the outside. Most of these plays, besides the counter, go to the left, okay? Especially if it looks like you cannot run that ball. Get it to the outside as quick as possible and get it upfield, okay? This is the inside zone. Get into the outside and making moves on people and reading our blocks. That's the thing about this play. The blocking is not really crazy, but it's good enough. If you can read blocks and you can make a move, have decent stick skills, you will turn these mediocre runs into touchdowns, okay? The great thing about all of these run plays is we can motion that receiver. I'll show you. We'll motion that receiver just like we've been doing in all the other plays. And that's what gets really glitchy about this. Okay? You can motion that receiver and pick up a lot of yards. Just got to read your blocks. This is the inside zone. You don't have to motion this receiver, but I like to do it because, of course, you know, it's going to add to everything with the other plays. Let's break down the next running play. Now, this is the 45 quick base. Pretty similar to the inside zone. Same concept, get it upfield, get it to the outside, and the same thing, you can motion that receiver. You cannot flip this play, but you don't have to most of the time. You're just gonna call this with the other passing plays, and you're gonna get these guys and confuse them. You can motion all these receivers with these plays. And you want to motion that slot receiver in, hike that ball right when he's right there. It'll add to the scheme. It really helps. Your opponent will be confused, guys. Now, most of these run plays, you're not going to be breaking it out for one play touchdowns. That's why you have to be patient and consistent. Keep your opponent honest. Keep your opponent honest, guys. We'll run this one more time with the motion, and then we'll go on to the next running play. Dude, look at that defensive tackle with that block shed. And if you run these plays correctly, you average about 5 yards per play. You'll average 5 yards if you run these correctly. Let's go on to the next play. Now for the HB counter, man, you just want to be patient. Let that guard, that pulling guard, get over, and you just want to read where he goes and follow him. Okay. Every once in a while, you'll have that end over there. Sometimes he'll get through, but if he doesn't, and you're able to read these blocks, you'll pick up a lot of yards. This play is really glitchy if you read your blocks. Okay. We're just following that pulling guard and being patient. Right there, we should have got that to the outside. You take the same concept it is for those inside zone and the 45 quick base. Get this up the field and to the outside and pick up yards, guys. Again, like I said, these runs, you will not get a whole lot of yards, okay? But you will get enough to keep your opponent decent. See? Just like that, guys. Utilize the scheme, man. Destroy your opponents one by one. Enjoy the scheme, guys. It's your boy Wayne6578. Yep, I'm outie. Thanks for watching, guys. It's your boy Wayne6578. Subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell to be notified and join the Team Smack'em Nation. Let's go.